Braxton, what does it mean to be able to, we talked about it coming in, to go back to back?
I mean, can't ask for anything better than that. I'm happy with how I played all week. I mean, obviously the first two rounds I couldn't complain with how I played. Today might have been a little bit of a struggle, but I'm still glad that I was able to hang in there and finish off strong.
To be able to give yourself the opportunity to maybe not have your best in round number three here today, I guess that says something about the prior 18, though, doesn't it?
And I mean, golf, especially this course, is difficult. You can't be making too many mistakes. So, I made some that I definitely shouldn't have today, but that's golf. You're not going to have your best game every day. So, just trying to pull it together and hang in there was definitely the goal.
And what was it for you to, at one point, have this thing get down to two strokes and then be able to hold on to the win?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was talking with J-Mac after we came off hole 9, right? He's like, well, you got a real tight race now. And I was like, yeah, it's probably time to get things going. So I'm glad that I was able to make a couple of birdies on the back and, yeah, finish off strong.
What did it feel like after the seventh, after that double? Like, you haven't made a double bogey, and how many competitive rounds you probably can't even count right back. What was your feeling on 7 when it was suddenly close?
Well, I mean, I hit a great shot off the tee, right? I had 80 yards in the middle of the fairway, and it was a back pin, and I hit it over the green, which is exactly what you don't want to do. So that was just a brain fart on my part. But after that happened, I can't focus on it too much. I got to move on to the next hole. So just trying to put it behind me and grind to try and get something going.
Braxton, this is a pretty obviously incredible run that you're on right now. Have you taken a chance to step back, just appreciate at any point over the past couple of weeks just the run that you are on right now?
I didn't really realize that was a record or anything until they told me. So I guess that's kind of cool to hear. But I mean, yeah, I'm happy that I've been able to perform really well in Golf Manitoba events. I mean, I look forward to them every year, and I try and build my game up leading up to tournaments. So I think that's why I've been able to, have some success. So yeah, it's an honor to be able to, win a couple tournaments.
I think it was the 14th hole where you had put it in the pine trees, and then you had put, I don't know if you chunked it or punched it into the bunker, and then you'd put it greenside, and then you ended up, I think, saving par. And it kind of looked like Marco might have gained a stroke on you there, but then I think you actually ended up possibly, whether it was evening it or you might have even gained a stroke there. Can you just talk about how big that hole specifically was as far as allowing you some breathing room possible?
Yeah, I mean, obviously my goal there was to hit driver down the fairway and hit it on and two, make birdie. But I hit it left, and I ended up right behind a tree, so I didn't have much of a follow through. I pulled out like a wedge, and I tried punching it, but I hit thin, so it caught the lip of that bunker. Now the bunker shot, that was a little bit of a risk by me. It was pretty deep, and I took a lot of club to try and get it on the green, and I'm glad that I got it close to the green. But yeah, that a lot of things could have gone wrong there.
You ended up with a bogey on the par 5?
I did, yeah.
And then the next hole was 15 where you went left
In
and
the trees again. Yep.
made par from jail. That when you saw that shot, like that you were in the middle of the trees, a lot of people say take your medicine and punch out. What did you see that made you say I can throw this up left of the green?
So I was actually in the Elmy Invitational a couple weeks ago, and I was in the exact same spot in the trees, and I had the exact same window, and I think I made par that time too. So I'm like, sure, I'll just do the same thing, hit it left of the green, and try and get up and down. So yeah, kind of lucky in that sense.
Do you feel like that was kind of the big momentum shift, I guess, when that put you up by 3 with 3 to go, when Marco was perfectly in the fairway with a wedge in his hand and ended up making 5?
Yeah, I definitely say so. I was kind of falling off again at that part. I bogeyed the hole before, so to be able to hit a nice chip shot there and make par was definitely a confidence booster.
And then, like you were saying, to cap this run, do something that, nobody else has ever done. A couple guys have had a chance to do it. They won 2 back-to-back juniors. They won the AM the year before, and then they didn't do it. But to be one of one when you look at all these guys that were watching you or playing with you, how do you put that into words?
I mean, there's so many good players that have come through this province for many years. So for me to be able to be the only one to go 4-0 it's really special to know, all the talent that's come out of here.